According to The Athletic, the Golden State Warriors are not going to be trading James Wiseman, not just this year, but for any time moving into the future. That's what we're getting into on today's show. You're watching Golden State Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Senior. Make sure you subscribe to the channel by hitting that red subscribe button down below as we close in on 25,000 subscribers. We're going to talk about these James Wiseman trade rumors in a second, but first, a little bit of an injury update for him as well as Klay Thompson, as it appears James Wiseman, Klay Thompson getting closer and closer to rejoining the Golden State Warriors because they have been assigned to the Santa Cruz Warriors of the NBA G League as part of their recovery process. Of course, James Wiseman coming off that knee injury. Klay Thompson, on the other hand, has not played basketball for the last 2 years, coming off consecutive ACL tears and Achilles tears. Wiseman underwent that knee surgery all the way back in the spring. Warriors at this point expected him to be back playing for the Warriors. Hasn't even partaken in 5-on-5 drills. Has done some side work with some of the Warriors trainers, but it is a good development that he has been assigned to the Santa Cruz Warriors as he gets closer to game shape. And as for those Warriors trade rumors on Wiseman, according to Tim Kawakami of The Athletic, he has been really covering all of the Bay Area teams for decades at this point. He said that there is no chance the Warriors are going to trade James Wiseman, who is looked at by other NBA teams as a pretty vital trade asset. As for that report from Kawakami, no, they're not trading Wiseman. There will always be rumors floating or suggestions made that the Warriors can get better immediately if they put Wiseman on the trade market. Good players will become available that might fit the Warriors' style. Nobody is sure what Wiseman can give the Warriors this season while they strive for their fourth title of this era. But the Warriors are not trading James Wiseman. They absolutely are not. Now, I would put stock into that because Kawakami, as I mentioned, has been reporting on Bay Area sports teams for a little while. He, of course, has close ties to the Warriors organization, so it looks as though Golden State Warriors not going to be sending away James Wiseman, which to some fans is great news, but for others, they'd like to trade him for a player of the Myles Turner capabilities. And we'll talk about Myles Turner coming up here in just a few moments, but make sure you hit that red subscribe button because Dub Nation, the family here at Chat Sports, 24,863 people deep. We're trying to continue to grow. If you like what you're seeing and you like this video, maybe you want more. You want more videos? We need more subscribers. Also, let me ask you this, because if you're new here, we're all about the audience interaction. Chime in the comment section right now. Does this news of the Warriors not trading away James Wiseman make you happy? If so, type H. If not, type U. Be sure to get those votes in the comment section down below. Now, anytime a player is taken number 2 in any NBA draft, they are drafted based on potential. They are drafted based on fit. They are drafted based on what they can become down the road. And there's no question about this. At his size, at his ability, James Wiseman has tantalizing potential, and the Warriors want him as part of their future. You could make a trade right now, sending away James Wiseman for a player like Myles Turner, and maybe that helps you this year. Now, I kind of think that would help you this year and down the road, but the Warriors, obviously, as an organization, have really come to this conclusion that Wiseman not only can help this squad right now compete for an NBA championship, but he can also help them as Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green get older and maybe be one of those franchise pillars after those guys move on in their respective NBA careers and call it quits. More reporting from Kawakami on Wiseman. This is sort of the point here. The combination of Wiseman's skill set and size is so unique that it will make things a little different for the Warriors. And whether it's in 4 months or 2 years, at some point in the history of this franchise, they'll want some different things, either to help Steph Curry, Klay, and Draymond extend their prime years, or to take over the team after those years have come and gone. And it's our hope that hopefully Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green are not going to move on and not going to end their careers anytime soon, because this era of Warriors basketball has been straight up special. It's been a joy to watch. It's kind of like basketball porn, and I want to continue to watch those 3 guys ball out and compete for championships in the Bay Area. Next question for you, Dub Nation. Can James Wiseman be a superstar player? Because if you want to have him on this team, you're kind of banking on the fact that he can be at least an all-star caliber guy or a superstar, and that's why they drafted him number 2. Type S for star, type A for average. Once again, chime in and sound off in the comments section. Before we continue to break all of these James Wiseman trade rumors down, Christmas is right around the corner. It's crazy how quickly 2021 has gone. And if you want to hook yourself up, hook somebody else up who you care about with a fresh Nike Warriors shirt with some really nice material. $24 for this Warriors tee right here. Phenomenal deal. Only if you use that link down below does that deal apply. Thanks to our friends at Fanatics, today's presenting sponsor. So go to chatsports.com/WarriorsT and don't go out to do any Christmas shopping when you can have this shirt delivered right to your doorstep. Want to continue to dive into these Wiseman trade rumors from Kawakami, and this is where we start to talk about Myles Turner. According to The Athletic, Indiana Pacers going to hit that reset button, and that could make Myles Turner a trade asset. Quote, would say Indiana's Myles Turner, a proven shooter and dominant shot blocker, be a good addition for the Warriors now that Indiana is looking at a possible roster shakeup. On the face of it, sure. Myles Turner is only 25 years old. A prospective closing lineup of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, and Turner would theoretically be scary for all opponents across the NBA. But the Warriors have closed with Draymond at center in the biggest games for years and aren't about to stop doing that right now. And the Warriors as a team, as a franchise, as a basketball operation, have always valued defense. When they made it to 5 straight NBA Finals and they won 3 championships, it was really built on the backs of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond offensively with some of those really good role players, but also how good they were as stalwarts defensively as well. There's another thing that the Warriors really value as a franchise: positional versatility. And considering James Wiseman's athleticism, his positional versatility, the multitude of things that he can do on the basketball floor, the Warriors really value that, and that's what James Wiseman kind of gives this basketball team right now and moving forward. Now, of course, my concerns lie here. When you go up against a player like DeAndre Ayton or Joel Embiid, like you did in that loss against Saturday night, Kevon Looney is a great glue guy, and I really value him on this team. Can James Wiseman, though, give you more defensive upside alongside Kevon Looney against a guy like DeAndre Ayton, who you figure to go up against deep into the Western Conference playoffs, or maybe in an NBA Finals matchup against Joel Embiid? That's where I think Myles Turner might be able to give you more defensive upside, because back-to-back years he has led the NBA in blocks. Really tricky question, but we try to create and drum up a lot of good questions for the audience. If you had to pick one among Myles Turner and James Wiseman, who would you pick for this year and moving forward? Because Turner under contract for the next 2 seasons. Type MT for Myles Turner, JW for James Wiseman. Fascinated to see where Dub Nation lies on this. And before I get out of here, make sure you give me a follow on Twitter at Chase_Senior. Got the blue check mark, less than 100 people away from 5,000. Humble brag, but in reality, I just love chopping it up and talking basketball with Warriors fans out there. Thanks for watching today's show. Give me a follow, subscribe to the channel, and hey, this team, it's a really fun one to watch and talk about. We're going to continue to break it down on Warriors Today.